Hi kids, welcome you all to the Geography online class. Today we are going to see chapter 5, Major Realms of the Earth. In this session we are going to study about hydrosphere. Hydrosphere is nothing but the area covered with water. In hydrosphere, ocean are the major parts of hydrosphere. Major part of hydrosphere. Scientists divided ocean into 5. They are, the first ocean is the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, the Southern Ocean, which is also called Antarctic Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. So today we are going to study about hydrosphere and about oceans. The hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? Water can occur in 3 states, that is liquid, solid and gas. So water exists on earth in all its forms, that is 3 states. One is liquid and the next one is solid and the third one is gas. Liquid in the form of oceans, seas, rivers and lakes. Solid in the form of ice sheets and glaciers. Gas in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere. All these water in different forms makes up the hydrosphere. So the hydrosphere covers almost 71% of the earth's surface. We already know that our earth is covered by 1/3. Earth is covered by water. So the hydrosphere covers almost 71% of the earth's surface. Of all the water bodies on the earth, oceans are the largest and account for almost 97% of the earth water. 97% of the earth water, and rest, the 0.03 percentage is only the fresh water for use. The water of the oceans and seas are saline. It is salty and which cannot be used by human beings. So we can't use the water from oceans and seas because it was very salty. We can't drink and we can't use for cooking purpose. Oceans are home to a rich variety of animals and plant life. Rich variety of animals like clams, crab, fish, seal, dolphin, shells, oyster, shrimp, octopus, sea horse, shark, starfish, walrus, penguin, seagull, jellyfish. These are these are the varieties of animals which we can see in the ocean, and also plant like red algae, seaweeds, coral reef. These are also like these type of plants also which grown in the ocean. So oceans are home to a rich variety of animals and plant life. The water of ocean cannot be separated by boundaries. They flow into each other. We can't stop the flow of flow of ocean water because the ocean water are always moving. The 3 chief movements of ocean water are waves, tides and ocean currents. So the water of the ocean cannot be separated by boundaries because it moves from one place to another. We can't stop the water. Scientists have divided ocean into 5 different ones as it makes easier for them to study about ocean and the creatures, sea creatures. So scientists have divided the ocean into 5 different ones. First we are going to see about Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean in the world. When compared to other 4 oceans, Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest. Deep trenches and volcanic islands are part of it. Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the earth, lies in the Pacific Ocean. It flows around the continents of Asia, Australia, North and South America, and also the Challenger Deep. At the bottom of the Mariana Trench, there is a deepest point which is called Challenger Deep. It was present in the Mariana Trench, which was the deepest point in the world. The Pacific Ocean flows around the continent of Asia, North and South America, and it is almost circular in shape. When you look at the world map, you can see the Pacific Ocean. If you see the Pacific Ocean, the shape of the ocean was in circular shape. See, this is the image of the world deepest trench, that is Mariana Trench, which lies in the Pacific Ocean. The next ocean is the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. It has North and South America on its west and Europe and Africa on its east side. The coastline of Atlantic is highly indented, that is, it is rocky and naturally harbor and naturally port. There are numerous ports and harbors along the Atlantic coast. From the point of view of commerce, it is the busiest ocean of the world. So, this is the image of the Atlantic Ocean. The Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean lies between Africa to the west, Australia to the east, and Asia to the north, and Antarctica on the south. This Indian Ocean is the one and only ocean which named after a country, attested at the name of India. So it is the one and only ocean which named after a country, and it is the warmest ocean in the world. Indian Ocean is the warmest ocean in the world. See, this is the image of Indian Ocean. The Southern Ocean. The Southern Ocean is also known as Antarctic Ocean because this ocean was surrounded by Antarctica continent. It is bigger than the Arctic Ocean. When compared to the Arctic Ocean, the Southern Ocean is the bigger. Southern Ocean is bigger, as it lies in the frigid zone. Frigid zone. What is frigid zone? The area or region between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole, or between the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole. That is called frigid zone. So, because of as it lies in the frigid zone, it remains frozen most of the year. Because the temperature in the frigid zone was 90 degree Fahrenheit below freezing, so it remains frozen most of the year. So cold that most of the ice there never melt. So Antarctica is so cold that most of the ice there never melt. So this continent is permanently covered in ice. The Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest ocean in the world. The Arctic Ocean lies between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole. Because of this, the Arctic Ocean remains frozen for most parts of the year. Like Southern Ocean, this Arctic Ocean also remains frozen for most of the year, because it lies in the frigid zone, that is Arctic Circle and the North Pole. as a result of global warming, that is the earth, the ocean getting warming because of the human activities in earth, which causes warming in oceans, which creates a lot of changes in Arctic Ocean. As a result of global warming, parts of the ocean have become free of ice, allowing the passage of ships. So because of global warming, the ice starts to melted, and this melting ice gives a pathway for the ships, which allowing the passage of ships. A narrow strip of water called Bering Strait connects it to the Pacific Ocean. The northeastern part of North America and the northern parts of Europe and Asia from the southern boundary of this ocean. Importance of the hydrosphere. We already know that the earth covers 71% of the earth's surface was covered with water. So the hydrosphere plays an important role in our lives. Most life form needs water to live. Even human beings, plants, animals, all the living things need water to live. Plants need water to grow, animals need water to survive, and human needs water to live. More than 50% of all life forms lives in the ocean. More than 50% of life forms, that is sea creatures, 50% of sea creatures lives in the ocean. These life forms are important source of food for humans. We human takes that sea creature as a source of food. Like we humans eat fish, crab, prawns, so we consume these sea creatures for our food. So these life forms are an important source of food for humans. Oceans are a huge sink for carbon dioxide. They also help moderate temperature. Oceans and seas provide an important means of cheap transportation when compared to other transportation like airways, railways, roadways. This waterways is the cheapest transportation, because from one country to another country we can easily go through by the waterways. By the ships we can easily go through any continent. So oceans and seas provide an important means of cheap transportation. The biosphere, which is also called life zone. The biosphere is also called the life zone, the domain of a life. Biosphere is the narrow zone where the three realms, that is the lithosphere, the atmosphere, and hydrosphere, that is land, air and water, come in contact and where life form exist. So in biosphere only we can sustain our life in biosphere. The ecosystem and ecological balance. Both the living and non-living elements of the four realms, the living and non-living elements present in land, water and biosphere of the earth interact with each other constantly. The community formed by the interaction of living organism with their physical environment constitute an ecosystem. So ecosystem or the foundation of the biosphere. For biosphere, the ecosystem is the foundation. Here ecosystem is nothing but the food chain and the food web of the living and non-living elements. For example, plants provide not just food for animals but also shelter, shade, moisturizer, etc. So each element depends on each other. Plants depends on animal depends on plants. We humans depends on plants and animals. So in ecosystem all the elements depends on each other for sustenance. For sustenance. This creates a delicate balance in nature known as ecological balance. So in all living elements and the non-living elements in the four realms with a balanced nature, in the balanced nature is called ecological balance, without any disturbance to other living organism is called ecological balance. Like ecological balance, there is also ecological imbalance. Each element in ecosystem has a vital role to play. That is, all living organism and non-living elements are the main in ecosystem, in nature. They play a vital role in ecosystem. Even if one element is disturbed, it can lead to ecological imbalance. One element, that is if we destroyed a plant or if we destroyed animals, we humans destroyed, so there is automatically there is an ecological imbalance. What will happen if we destroy the forest? If we destroy the forest, what will happen? We don't get oxygen, we don't get water, we don't get rain, so there is automatically an ecological imbalance occurred. Human activities are increasingly upsetting this balance. We humans only creating lot of problems to the nature. For example, we cut down trees. If we cut down trees, what will happen? If we cut down trees, there is automatically we don't get oxygen, so there is increase of carbon dioxide in the earth. So there is a rise of carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide will increase. Then not only that, and the carbon dioxide released from the industries exhaust from the vehicles and flash floods and destruction of soils. These are also the example of main reason for the ecological imbalance. Over time, the increased carbon dioxide causes the temperature across the globe to rise. I already told you the pollution released from the industries and vehicles, these will cause changes in temperature. This phenomenon is known as global warming. See, this is the picture of biosphere. See here, there is a land, lithosphere, there is hydrosphere and atmosphere, where these three lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere, all these three zones meet and interact in a zone is called biosphere. Biosphere is also called life zone of life, domain of life. So this is the picture of biosphere, and these are the next picture is about the warming, indicator of warming world. So the 10 indicators was given here: humidity, temperature over ocean, sea surface temperature, sea ice, ocean heat content, sea level, snow cover, glaciers, temperature over land. These are the 10 indicators of the warming world. Shall we recall what we learnt in this section? We learnt about hydrosphere. The hydrosphere covers almost 71% of the Earth's surface. So the oceans are the major part of the hydrosphere. The waters of the oceans and seas are saline. They are salty and cannot be used by human beings. The Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest ocean in the world. And we know in Pacific Ocean there is a deepest trench which is called Mariana Trench, which lies in the Pacific Ocean. And Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. In the point of view of commerce, it is the busiest ocean in the world. Atlantic Ocean is the busiest ocean in the world. Indian Ocean is the only ocean which named after a country. More than 50% of all life forms lives in the oceans. Oceans are a huge sink of carbon dioxide. So children, now you are crystal clear. You have a clear view about the hydrosphere and the biosphere. So now you are very clear about what is hydrosphere and what is biosphere. So now, we all come to know what is a ecosystem, everything. So now you are crystal clear with the 4 domains of the earth, the major realms of the earth. Thank you, children.